Hey everybody, it's Patrice from Trendy Boutique. I just wanted to jump on real quick and do a real quick tutorial. Actually, I'll be breaking these up into part one and part two. But for this one, I've gotten a lot of questions on how I achieved the look for my first graduation fan. I created it and posted it to my social media, and I've gotten lots of questions. So I just wanted to kind of show everybody how I achieved this look right here. So I'm gonna go here. I have my picture in my Silhouette Studio that I saved. Um, and what I did was just Googled for the frame look. I just Googled picture frame clip art, and the one that I used. See if I can find it. It's under picture border. So I'm gonna copy and paste and put this in my other. Okay, so I have my frame here. So basically, in order to achieve that look, you're going to first you want to do a trace on this. So that way you have the cleanest version of this frame as possible. So I'm going to outline. I'm going to fill it a little bit more so that my frame is pretty sharp. I don't have any edges kind of sticking out or edges that aren't really connected. I'm going to trace and detach it away so that I take my background off of the picture. Move it here. Here's your background. You're just simply going to click and delete. And you may have to highlight because sometimes when you trace and detach, it tends to ungroup the image a little bit. You're going to move your frame back over here, and now you're ready to mold your two images together. So what we want to do next is you want to be sure your sizing area is correct. I printed on 8.5 by 11 cardstock, white cardstock. So you want to go to your page setup panel and be sure that you have entered 8.5 by 11. You'll need your grid lines for this since you're going to actually do a print and cut. So I learned from a tutorial video that I watched that you just simply click M on your keyboard and that gives you your grid lines. So that way you know exactly how much room you have to create your design without going outside of your print and cut area. So now the next thing I want to do is move my picture over, and I'm going to size it up to fit my frame, but I don't want to leave any white space. So like this right here, you don't want. You want to be sure that your picture fills your frame and there's no white space at all. So that way when you actually print it out, you don't print it out with white spaces in your picture. So that looks pretty good, and I'm going to resize this. Bring it down a little bit more, and that's perfect. No white space, and I'm inside my print area. Let me resize this a little bit more, come down. As long as you're inside this area right here, you're fine. So next what we want to do is we want to intersect these two so that your picture forms into that frame. You want to go over here to your modify panel and hit intersect, and there you go. Now in order to put the border on your picture so that it looks like this, you're basically going to go to, let me find it, your outline. You want to apply a black outline, and then you're going to go up here to determine how thick you want your outline to be. So I think I went with a 3. And you actually probably could go a little bigger, but I think that looks good. So that way when I do my cutting, when I actually cut out my picture, it'll cut out but I still will have some of my black border left on my picture to give it that same look. So now what I want to do is insert my text. So it's Reagan. No, let me go back. I need to make this up and down. Enter G-A-M. And I want to decrease the spacing between my letters. So I'm going to go here to my text panel, decrease the spacing a little bit, too much. Let's use my arrow. I think that's good. Now I'm going to apply my color, which is gold with no outline. And actually, the color that I really used for this is a color that I Googled again. And in order to achieve a brighter look on pretty much any image that you use, as far as mainly text, this is what you'll do. You'll go here to your file, you won't open it, you'll just kind of hover over it. So here, find what you want, hover over it, and you're just going to drag it to your image. And that one didn't work. Let me try it over here. Drag it here, and it changes my letters to the brighter gold color. You kind of have to get it just right over your image in order to change it, in order to put it in the right spot. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to fill all my letters with this same color, and that gives me a brighter color once I place it on my picture. So I'm going to ungroup and regroup, place it here. Now for my other text, I'll take this and I'm going to center this. I'm going to go here. No, wrong place. Sorry. Center. Change my font. I'm going to weld it so that my letters kind of mold together. And now I'm going to group my entire image. Change my color to black with no outline. Doing no outline sometimes to me just gives it a whole another look. So now I'm going to move it here, and once I have it on my picture, then I can just kind of resize it based on how much room I have. And now I'm going to enter my year. I am going to go ahead and change this because I used the gold on here as well. So once again, I go to my file, my left hand corner, click my color and drag it until I have all of them filled. Let me go back. That didn't work. We'll make this a little bit bigger so it's not so hard to fill. Make it easier to see. There we go. There we go. And last one. There. Exit out of here. Resize your year. Regroup it. We're going to go down and we're going to place it. And I'm going to go a little bit smaller so that it's not so overwhelming. I'm going to enhance that a little bit. There we are. So this is what our fan will look like once we print it. And if you want to remove those grid lines for now to give yourself a better feel for what it looks like, you just click the M on your keyboard and that takes our grid lines away. So part two will be the actual process of printing and cutting this and making your fan out of this design. So I will be back and I'll see you guys shortly. Thank you.